guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tina. Today's video we are going to be talking all about the new Just Peachy palette that just came out from Too Faced. But before we jump right to it, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell right next to it if you haven't yet. That way you can get notifications whenever I upload new videos. I do a lot of beauty reviews and tutorials, so check out my past videos. Alright, so you guys are probably thinking, why the heck did Too Faced came out with this palette when they already have the Sweet Peach palette? We're going to be talking all about this in this video, and also I'm going to be swatching and letting you know how I really feel about this palette. So this is what the packaging of the palette looks like. As you can see, it looks really cute, and it has that nice pink and gold and peachy tone going on, and it has a little peachy matte how-to glamour guide that's included in this palette as well. So there's 3 different eyeshadow looks in here that you can create if you don't know where to start. So this is really handy, and I really like this. So this is what the packaging looks like. So the packaging looks absolutely beautiful. It reminds me a lot of the Jaclyn Hill times Becca palette that came out, I think it was like the holiday season last year or 2 years ago. But again, like I said, this is what it looks like. It is pretty sturdy. It is a plastic packaging, and it has this nice beautiful clear coat, so it's easy to clean. If you accidentally spilled something in here, it's very easy to clean. And when you open this, it has a full-sized mirror that is really great for traveling, or this is great for sitting in your vanity because you can actually control the opening of this palette. You also have 12 beautiful matte eyeshadows in here. So this is what it looks like when you get this. This retails right now at Sephora for $45. So you must be thinking, what is the difference between this and the Sweet Peach palette? So this is what the Sweet Peach palette looks like. They're very similar. They have that peach theme going on, but when you open this is what it looks like. Obviously, this palette is all matte palette, whereas with this Sweet Peach palette, you have different finishes included in this eyeshadow palette. The smell is also very different. This is more on that really sweet peach smell, whereas when you open this one, this gives you that really fruity peachy smell. You know what I mean? So, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, the difference between these two is that this one again is all matte, obviously. It also has that nice bright peachy color, which you really don't see in this one, and also that wine color in there. And the Sweet Peach, when you look at it, the Sweet Peach has pop of colors in there, like that green color and that purple color, which this one does not have. And also, from looking at the Sweet Peach palette, it only has 5 matte shades in there, whereas with this one, like I said, it's all 12 shades. So looking at the difference between the sizing, the Sweet Peach palette has 0.54 ounces, whereas the Just Peachy matte has 0.48 ounces in total. So individually, the Just Peachy matte has 0.04 ounces for each of these, and the Sweet Peach palette has 0.03 ounces. But this is still coming out to be a little bit more than the total net weight of this other palette. So the difference between these two is that this is $45, this is $49. And I don't know, I think they must have invested in the packaging, so you have to pay extra for the packaging because this one is all metal and it has the little teeny tiny mirror in there, so that's probably why you're paying extra for the packaging. Anyway, I did swatch this with my fingers, and also I did swatch this with a brush, and I used the Morphe E22 brush to swatch this. What I did was I cleaned the brush in between swatching using this clean sweep makeup brush thing. I just brushed the brush in here and it's supposed to clean it out. I tried my best to be fair with the swatching so that there is no inconsistencies with it. So let's go ahead and jump right into the brush swatching. So the first shade that I have here is Peach Meringue, and this is a matte ivory shade. The second one that I have here is Peach Tea, and this one is a matte caramel shade. Peach Cobbler is a beautiful toasted peach shade, which I absolutely love. Peach Tart is a deep brown shade. Peach Butter is a peach cream shade. Just Peachy is a matte peach shade. Peach Punch is a peach daiquiri shade. This one is really bright and beautiful, and the consistency is really awesome on this one. Just Ripe is described as a spiced plum shade, and this one I had a lot of problems with swatching. It felt really grainy, and when I applied this with the brush, the pigmentation wasn't there, but you have to really build it up. Peaches and Cream is described as a peach sherbet matte color. Fresh Pick is a ginger peach shade. Peach Sangria is a red wine shade, and Peach Sangria is a shade that when you look closely, it does have specks of shimmers in there, but when you swatch it, it's not fully satin finish shade, but it is also not a full matte shade. So it is in between a matte and a satin finish shade. But when you apply it on your eyes and you look at it in the distance, it looks matte, but when you look closely, it's not really matte. So I don't know what's going on there, but I like it. The one thing that I'm gonna say also with this is that it's hard to build, but considering that it is a red shade, red shades are really one of those things that are tough to formulate. So that's the one thing that I'm gonna say about that. Chocolate Dip is a smoky brown shade, and this one is absolutely beautiful. That is also what I have on my eyes today, and it looked really nice, and it was very easy to apply on the lids. So those are the swatches, and all in all, what I'm gonna say is that if you already have the Sweet Peach, I would say stay with the Sweet Peach shade. I don't think you need another palette that is just all matte. I feel like this is already redundant, to be honest with you. I do like the idea of an all matte palette, but being that I do have a lot of palettes already, I feel like this I've seen before. Also, being that it is a $45 palette, the majority of these eyeshadows I already have in my collection. But if you are somebody that wants an all matte palette that has a little bit of that reddish brownie tone shade to it, then this palette might be for you. I do like it. It does have a little bit of a fallout to it, but all in all of these, the consistency is absolutely amazing. The blendability is great, with the exception of Peach Sangria and Just Right. These two shades are a little bit harder to apply and blend, and so you have to really build it up. And yeah, so that's the one thing that I'm gonna say with that. But Chocolate Dip, this darker shade, did an amazing job with really laying it over and applying it and building it. It was, you know, I didn't have a problem with that. And Peach Tart also amazing. Everything in between here, the lighter shades, they were all great. Like I said, with the exception of the two shades that are in here. But being that it is a $45 palette, I would say get the Sweet Peach palette, just because of the fact that you are getting more of a variety in this palette. I feel like I'd like this a little bit better than the Just Peachy palette, but this is not a bad palette by any means. I just feel like I've seen this before, and I feel like if you already have a lot of palette or a lot of matte shades in your collection, I don't think that you need this palette. But that is my review, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you are getting this palette or not, and I will see you guys again in my next video. Good luck, and I love you all. Bye!